Jello Beats, holla at me.
I still think I'm gay, nigga.
What's good, y'all? Welcome or welcome back. In this video in particular, I'm going to be doing an art challenge, ooh, and it's going to be the draw your OC in different art style thingy or whatever bit. But instead of one character, I'm going to be drawing all 14 of my OCs from last video, Celeste and her alter egos, in 14 different art styles. Those art styles have either inspired me or just ones that I have found interesting that are a part of media. So this will definitely be a challenge for me. I tried my best to replicate these art styles, so try not to burn me at the stake too much. And with that being said, let's get into the video.
I fucking hate you, Justin. I want to rape you, Justin.
This first art style is by a woman I am so head over heels for, it feels lesbian. But she inspired me since I was little, and her name is Lavender Town. I grew up watching this chick, so this is really important to me, alongside another artist who will be in this video, and a different artist named Drawkill who made the comic Die Wonder. She will not be in this video though. It's on hiatus at the moment, her comic Die Wonder, but it is also still available on Webtoon, despite being on hiatus, so yeah. Now Lavender Town's art style is obviously very cartoony. One thing I always envied was her stylization and the cute little wacky noodle arms. I didn't have a particular character I referenced for this, I kind of just pulled up her YouTube videos and watched them. I already knew about her iconic cell shading and how her art almost always looks warm, so I did that, you'll see. It was kind of hard to use it all over Celeste as her hair and eyes were dark. Hair and eyes are dark, sorry, so it worked for every place but there, but that just meant I had to go in a little bit darker, that's all. And here's Celeste. Now the next art style, this next art style is South Park, and I decided to use the adults as a reference instead of the children in the show, if you can even call them that, because I like the way that they were more stylized. I don't have much to say about this one, so let's just move on to the next. Ooh, okay. Next is Gal, and I'm drawing her in Dork Diaries. This had already been on my mind, but this fabulous YouTuber, Chimi-san, inspired me to come forward and do it myself. Now, in her video, she made them in the primary art style, where they have the black arms and so-called mitten hands, but I decided to go with the more human style, because that was the one that I like more. And just like her, I referenced Mackenzie heavily for this, so it's like a triangle of mean girls with similar hair, two of them being ghosts. I really loved the way this ended up turning out, even though I was mid-changing Gal's Jane design, and I had to translate this to the Dork Diaries drawing, but I think my bitch looks fab. Now this next one was originally supposed to be the artist Drawkill, but I low-key gave up because it was too hard, and I was so tired, so I decided to do a somewhat equally difficult art style, which was Corpse Party. And one thing I never noticed after watching 18 years of gameplay is that they have no root or parting in their heads, and that really pissed me off. Some of the other art styles have that as well, where it's just round with no part, and that like irks me as someone who draws both, and I think I got their style right. It's reliant on heavy shading, and I think that's what makes the game scary too, so yeah. Boy, I sure do hope I don't forget to hit record for the beginning sketch of the next one. Now this next one is Total Drama Island. I sketched my base from scratch, but I used this photo as a reference. Again, not much to say, but I think this one turned out cute, and she reminds me of another character in Total Drama Island that I just can't think of right now, but I hope you guys like it nonetheless. Next is Srry, and I chose to draw Q because of her fire element, and I wanted to experiment with light sources in Srry's art style. I love her shit so much, but I low-key almost gave up because of how much detail she puts into her pieces, and my minimal ass just can't compare, you know that. I tried to capture every detail, including the harsh lighting and shading, and made Q searching through the dark with a torch. I think I'll definitely be incorporating more of her techniques into my art style, as she is one of my biggest inspirations though, and I really do hope you like this. Now here is Nerd in Rick and Morty. I chose to put him in Rick and Morty because he'd probably he'd probably be like one of those people who'd say you need like a high IQ to watch the television show, like as if it isn't about like farts and shit, like anyway. But he's like definitely nerdy, and like this show is very sci-fi, so I chose to kind of like put those two together. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I kind of tanked with this one, y'all, but I mean he kind of looks cute though, like I don't know, like I mean Next is Jiku, and for her I'm doing panty and stocking. I wanted to find a television show that was equally as like edgy as she is, and she's very much like rock star emo queen, so I definitely wanted to put her in this show. If I had to choose anyone else, I feel like Gao would be befitting. Do you think like her and like Panty would be friends or something? I think Stocking would probably hate Jiku. Jiku's very annoying. I mean, I like her. I think she's cute though. The style, I can't really remember like how many challenges. Like I don't know when this video is gonna come out, y'all. I really don't know. I'm sorry. But like, I think it was pretty fun to do. I'd probably say so. Her little like ripped stockings and shit. It bothered me to put like no details into the bow, but like I didn't find any bows that had detail on them in panty and stocking, so I kind of had to compromise a little bit. Now next is my favorite anime, and the anime with all the bad bitches in it, Kakegurui. Now my reference for this, because I'm drawing Ughhh in this style, is Yuriko Nishino Twin. I'm gonna just call her Yuriko though. She's like also a geisha, if I'm not wrong. I think I'm correct, but I thought about doing Mitsuki in this style and then taking reference from the little girl. I'm gonna just put her on screen. I'm sorry, I forgot her name, but she's always eating lollipops and she got the hoodie on and shit. My friend has a cosplay of that. Literally, who gave a fuck? I really love doing this. I thought I put a lot of detail in it. You can tell there's a lot of effort, hopefully. But I noticed that they have like two styles. So it's the anime one that makes you think that the show was normal, and then there's the ultra realistic one. So I drew her mother in the realistic style, and I made her looking like a fucking cokehead for fuck's sake. But I think that this turned out beautiful. I think that that was the best decision I've ever made to put her into this style, because she really does migrate well. Next was actually originally going to be Madoka, but this was the part where I kind of like lost steam and motivation and shit. So I was like, you know what, let me switch it up. So I chose, the alternate style I chose for this was Invincible. And I chose Hizumi to draw in this style. I think that that was the best decision as well, because this was a superhero television show, and then she like fits well into that. Mid drawing this, like an idea hit me. I was like, wait, I should draw Bird Girl. Like, I should draw her in the Bird Girl art style, because like I really enjoy Bird Girl. Bird Girl was funny as fuck, but like I was already drawing it, so I couldn't stop. But I think that she turned out like fantastic. I used like the girl in the pink uniform as a reference. Again, I will put it up on screen. I do not know names, but like, yeah, I think she looks fabulous. Next is YTT, and I've actually never watched the style that I'm putting him in, but it's called Origin Spirits of the Past, and it is like I'm assuming it's like an anime movie thingy and stuff. I decided to do this style because I saw it on somebody's sheet where they were drawing their OC in different art styles, like how I'm doing right now. But I fell in love with how they shaded the characters. It was very, very harsh, and you know I love to like test my limits and you know all that stuff. So I decided to do YTT in it. I don't like how it turned out. I think it kind of looks like shit. I'm sorry. It's not eating, I'm sorry. But he's cute though. He really does look like his inspirations here, if you know what I mean. Next is Jin, and I decided to draw him in like Family Guy, American Dad, and then like I was like, originally I wrote like Family Guy, but then I discovered that Family Guy and American Dad don't really have, they have a similar style, but it's not like completely the same. American Dad is more like diverse in their characters and stuff like that. But the reference I chose, I'll put it up on the screen, of this little Asian man and stuff like that, because I was like, the first one I found was like that one guy. I'll also put him on the screen, but he was not what I needed, and I don't know, I just didn't feel like it represented Jin. It's up until I found the other guy, obviously. So I think he turned out fabulous. I don't have too much to say. That's what I say for all of them, but yeah. Next is Totally Spies, and we're doing that with Tim. Funny enough, like the guy that I decided to reference for Tim was another guy named Tim Scam, or like Jerry. he can put it in my ass. I don't care. Like, he's really hot. But anyway, like, but like, I decided to reference him for Tim, and he looks like they're so, like, somewhat similar. Like, I hope you guys see it. And there was another guy who I thought, like, kind of looked like Chuck. I'll also put him on screen. He was like this old, fucking ancient looking dude. But like, even when they get like angry, I could like see it in like his face. Like, I don't, you'll see that the process for the drawing was just kind of fucked. But like, I think it ended up at least being decent. Tim's got like these like unmatched dimples, so he looks like a hottie. I don't mind. And lastly, we've got our sexy little boy over here. Oh my god. We got Chuck, and he's in the style of the Boondocks. I obviously referenced Uncle Ruckus for this. Like, that's a given, of course. I think he ended up being really cool. I had to kind of like render out the sketch and stuff because it looked kind of weird. It looked like a mix between cartoony and realism, which is what like the Boondocks is, because they also did Avatar and shit. But nonetheless, I think he turned out amazing. Even my dad liked it. Yeah, I showed his ass too. But yeah, that's about it. I like the little wrinkles on his hand, and I think he's very befitting for this style. Like, the manly features is definitely manly featuring. But yeah, that's it. I wanted to make a shorter video for you guys, one that's more like self-indulgent. As you can see, I kind of trailed off at the end because I didn't have a script. That was kind of shit. I'm never gonna do that again. But I was so tired of writing on Discord and then like reading it into my recording software. It was so fucked. But let's not get pessimistic here. I hope you guys really liked all of the styles. I worked really hard on them. As you can tell, I worked really hard for 3 fucking days. Oh my god. But I'm in love with you guys. Stream period for clear skin. And that's about it. Bye.